First thing you want to do is grab your trx4m, flip it over, and there's going to be a pin here and a pin here. We're going to want to put our fingers in, push towards the bumpers, and lift up. It will get the chassis out. Take your body, set it off to the side. Now what you want to do is you want to take off 4 wheels, all 4 of them. We don't need them. Get them out of here. All right. Switch the bit over to a 5/0. Jesus. It is going to get a little messy, so you might want to grab your mom or your wife's favorite Tupperware to help with bolt organization. When using a drill or a hobby grade electric screwdriver is what I prefer you to use. But if you're going to use something like this one, please be careful because it can strip your bolts. When it comes to electric drivers, I still feel like a NASCAR pit crew. All right, now that we're here, you want to flip it over, and we're going to want to remove the 4 bolts holding in each shock. So it's going to be a 1.5 millimeter hex head, and a bolt here and a bolt here, and then there's going to be a bolt here and a bolt here. So go ahead and remove those 4 bolts. These bolts are kind of long, so just be patient. And like you just saw there, one link fell out perfectly. I'm going to switch over to my electric driver. When getting these bolts started, all right, now that I'm moving on to the front axle, hold on. So be careful when moving your axle. You don't want to ruin your servo, so just softly push it over. And then you're gonna take this and make sure it's firm in there, and then just give it 1 crank. It should do the trick to get it undone, and then you're safe to pull it out. There we go, there's one. Same thing on the other side. Softly twist, and then you'll be able to proceed. Again, you will strip if you're aggressive, so just be cautious when using tools like this. Of course, if you want to play it safe, manual is always the way to go when taking apart your RCs. So now that we got those 4 undone, there's going to be 1 in the rear axle right here holding in the top 2 links. So go ahead and remove that bolt. And there it goes. And yes, your rear axle is now free. Time for the front. So same thing, there's only 1 bolt holding this one in, and moving it all, it is right there. So go ahead and remove that bolt. I'm going to use the manual screwdriver for this, only because this can be tricky. And this is a long bolt, so just be patient. I'm sorry if you can hear my upstairs neighbors. Let's see. And there it is. Actually, I'm going to separate that bolt. All right, and now your rear axle is free. Or your front axle, sorry. So let's ignore the axles for now. I'm actually going to disconnect it. To disconnect it, it's just this wire right here. And then I fed mine underneath the battery strap just for cable management. And now this is completely removed. I'm going to just remove the axles out of the way. Let's not worry about them. Let's just worry about the transmission plate and getting those ones set up. So now that it looks like this, we're going to set this off to the side so we can unbox our new links. So let's get those real quick. Here we are. So these ones are going to have the ball bearings already set in. And it gave us a cool little Allen key, but I don't think we're gonna need it. So I can just add it to my tools. Perfect. Nope. Nope, my tray has magnets on it, so that's why. So they already have the bearings pressed in, but when you get injora links, they're gonna come with these O-rings. So you're gonna press those onto the ball joints all the way over the hump. And then you're gonna slide it in to the eyelet of your link. And then you're gonna press another O-ring on top of it. So you'll have, oh, throwing my parts everywhere. So you'll have an O-ring, the ball joint, and then O-ring. It holds it in. This one only has one set of O-rings on this side. That can help with giving you more flex, but it will also be more noisy. And then you'll have the flat side. This is the slide. You're going to slide the ball joint in the eyelet. And this is going to be the part going against axles. And this is where your shocks are going to go against. So there's our two fronts right there. And they're going to be the bottoms. And you can tell because they have this indentation where the top shot links will have flat, like these ones. These are going to be your top ones. So your top ones, yeah, they do kind of look funky, but you can see that they're flat. And then here is the 4 rear links. Can my tools work with me today? And I previously tried doing this video before. It did not work out. I actually had some complications. So I did not put this back together correctly for the redo of the tutorial. So as you can see out of this pic, you can see that this one and this one is going to be our bottom links, and these two are going to be our top, because this is flat and this is curved down. So now that we got those organized, here's our new hardware. I'm going to break my own rules. I recommend using the original hardware, but I prefer the stock traxxas because those bolts are a little more tougher than these ones. So I recommend using these, especially if you are using on brand like meus, RC all-wheel drive, Injora. Use the new hardware. If this was an Injora set, I would be. So let's go ahead, get them installed. So the ones I'm going to do on the transmission plate first, are actually going to be all of the rear. I will probably not touch the front at all because we have the servo and the two links have to go in here, which can get complicated. So it's easier to do it out inside the axle first. So let's go ahead and remove 4 bolts holding these in. So there's going to be one right here and one right here. Go ahead and remove those. And it's going to be the same thing on the other side, right there and right there. And I'm actually going to break these bolt heads with, there we go. And then finish it off with the screwdriver, the electric. And now, yep, just as you see, they all come flying out. So, set those off to the side. And now we can I'm gonna start with the top 2 links. So, now that we have our top 2 links, what we're gonna do is there's gonna be a flat side, and then I call it a beveled side because there's bevels. So the flat sides are gonna go inside the RC. So these are gonna be your top links. So we'll have the flat side going this way, this flat side going this way, if that makes sense. And they'll go in just like that. But now that I have them perfectly right there, I'm gonna go ahead and slide these 2 bolts in. To help you line up bolts, you can hold and screw, and then if you need to, wiggle back and forth your link until it catches the threads on the other side of the transmission plate. And just like that, that one's installed. Now, we can do this one. Slide it in. And feed our bolt. There we go. And now we can do the 2 top ones. So, same concept with the top. You're gonna have your bevel side and your flat side. Since these were pre-done, both bevels are on the same side. So for me, it does not matter. And they will go in with the flattest side this way, and you want the angled side going into your axle. And make sure that when your RC sits flat like this, it's sitting like this, so you have this bent angled side going downwards. So you want the corner edge pointing up. The corner up, and you want the angled down. And they will go right here. All right, that one slid in. And that one slid in. So now I can go ahead and tighten them. I'm gonna hand tighten all these. I've had them strip on me already, so I do not want a part 2 of that. All right, and now let's complete the rear. So we're going to take our rear axle And we are going to flip these up because we want the two rears. So what you're gonna do is slide them into these two. And only one side is threaded. This is threaded, these are not. So my trick is you take your bolt and you slide it partially through, or you line it up, slide it through. Don't push all the way. Once you see threads coming out, okay. Once you see the threads coming out here, push back this way and then slide this one in. Wait, it's upside down. Right? Yep, it is. There we go. Okay. Same concept, upside down. So your RC sitting upside down, so your axle is going to sit like this, not like this. So like this. So luckily you can lay it flat to get better angles of what you're doing. And same concept, line it up, slide through. Don't go all the way through because now we're going to grab this bottom link, put it there, and now we can push all the way through. And yes, it will fight you. If it does not work, bend it up, down, sideways, try whatever. It will eventually go in. And there we go. Now what we're gonna wanna do next is you're gonna wanna put together the drive shafts. They are annoying. Yes, they will slide out a lot. Fight it. It's gonna be a struggle. So these ones are gonna go right here. But so line it up and then take your bolt, slide it through the hole of your shock, but don't go all the way through because it needs to rest against the axle head, against the axle like this. And then I kind of hold it like that so I can take my screwdriver and thread it through. Just keep trying, keep finagling it. It will go. And since you lined up your link, the bolt should go all the way through. There we go. And now you want to repeat for the other side. So put it in the axle. If it just wants to argue, you can take the eyelet and move it, the ball joint and move it around to fit your criteria. I might have to loosen this side to give me more wiggle room. Or I might go ahead and loosen right here. You might have to unloosen bolts. That's okay. These things aren't perfect. I might just go ahead and remove it to make it easier on me because it is not wanting to work with me. Okay, there. And there. See, sometimes that's all it needs. Sometimes you need to backtrack. Backtracking is okay. You got to get it to work for you. And now we can take our bolt, go through the shock, hold it, my axle's threaded twice, so it's threaded here and there. Stock TRX4Ms are not. threaded twice. They're only threaded once. So it'll be a little bit easier for the fellows using stock trx4m axles. And there we are. I see one flaw I did. And to fix it, we'll just remove these two links again to get the drive shaft to go back in its place. The drive shaft has been my biggest pain working on anything involving axles, links, but that's just the fun of the hobby. That's how you grow patience. So now that that's free, there we are. So now we can put these right back where they're supposed to go. And you want it snug, do not over tighten. All right, there we are. Now moving on to the front, we'll set this off to the side real quick because we need to do these front two, which in my opinion are easier to do once it's off. So these front two are going to be the flat ones. And it looks like for these ones, they're kind of curved funny. And it looks like it does not matter which way they go. So you're going to want them to be offset from each other like this. You do not want them going in like this, like the same way. You want them opposite of each other. And then I'm going to do the flat side going against. So for this, the best way to do this is to put it inside. Oh, never mind. Mine are different. So you're going to want to put it inside. And then you're going to take your bolt, same concept as the axle. You want to slide it through. And you don't want to slide all the way to the other side. So it should look something like that. And then you can put this one in. And now you can push all the way through. Of course, move it up, down, sideways, whatever you got to do to line it up. Get your tool and help. Sometimes screwing it helps. Lining it up. Like there we go. And then just screw it in snug. There we go. We got our top two on. Now, set these off to the side. And let's take off the front links. Again, the same 4 bolts. So it's going to be this one, and same on the other side. And there we go. And like clockwork, they all fell out. I have an aftermarket brass plate, so yours might not fall out just as nicely as mine did. So, grab your front axle, feed your cable through, and now line it up. It's going to go in the top sections of the axle, or of the brass plate. So there we go. It's lined up as you can see there and there. So now we can feed our bolts through. And I'm just going to hand thread them because might have to go back later and adjust to get them in. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and put the drive shaft together. Just like that. And then bring our shocks around because we're going to need those next. So, same concept. These ones are going to go here and here. And you want the angled side down going here like this. So, side profile view, you see it's angled. You want it to sit like this. You want that angled going downwards. So, we'll go ahead and install that here. And like I said, I'm going to try my best to put the flat side going against everything. Honestly, I don't know if there's a specific reason or if I'm just BSing here. I know I prefer it. I don't know. Tell me what you think down in the comments below. I'm going to go ahead and leave that loose. And now I'm going to do the same for this. Like this has it on the same side, so I can't get my wishful thinking. Maybe it's just my preference. I don't know. Oh, I tightened that one down all the way. Oopsies. All right. And now I'm going to go ahead and line them up. I know it's not going to stay, but wishful thinking. Take our bolt, same concept as the rear. Slide it in a little bit, compress if we have to, move it, our steering bar, let's see, if I get a screwdriver on this side, will it help me sturdy it up so I can get the link in here? You know, sometimes it is hard to show you guys what I'm doing in this type of situations because you gotta use both hands, but just feeding a bolt in. If it's hard to screw in, don't keep screwing it. You're messing something up and it's about to strip your bolt head. But I can see that this has fully went in, and I'm gonna go ahead and tighten it down because now I know this section's done. And I'm going to go ahead and tighten these two bolts that I left loose. Now, same for the other side. Carefully twist. Take your screw. Go through axle. Barely. Compress if need to. Also, I didn't realize my axle is threaded right here, so that actually helps me out a little bit. On your guys' axles, they will not be threaded. So, just be patient. You'll get it. And now we can slide this in. I say slide it in like it's going to be easy. There we go. It was actually easy. Yay. And now we can finish screwing it in. And just like that, we've replaced the links. And look at them. Oh, I see a mistake. Hey, any bolts you forget to tighten, go ahead and tighten them. Glad I caught that now and not on a trail. Ooh, can't imagine losing that. But look at them. Isn't that pretty? And now we can reassemble. You know the drill. Connect your servo again. Put your wheels on. It's almost like the hokey pokey, you know? You know what? I'm gonna change wheels. I don't like how these bolts are scraping anyway. Oh, that's bad. I have these 1.2s right here that I'm gonna use instead. Maybe. Oh yeah, that better. If there's any other tutorials you guys want to see, let me know down in the comments down below. As we're reaching our ending to our tutorial for today and this week. After the TRX4M, I will be going to work on the SCX24 or the 30. So let me know also which ones you guys want to see after this. I don't know. We'll just have to see. I've been getting a lot of feedback on the SCX30 and upgrades in general, not on these videos. But, you know, from surrounding RC enthusiasts and families and friends and people interested. And, you know, I would love to. I don't know if my fat fingers can handle it. So we'll just have to see. And I might have to use wheel spacers for these ones. Oh, yep, they're scrubbing. They are scrubbing. But, got the wheels on. Go ahead and put our body back on. And just like that, you've installed new links on your TRX4M. Congratulations. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you consider giving it a like if you liked this video and it was helpful. Put anything you want in the comment section down below that is family friendly. I'll catch you in the next one. Remember to always grease your drive shafts. Bye-bye.